let's talk about what's on everyone's mind and why we all do what we do on a daily basis. Money. Let's think about the young film composer or film director that's coming up. They have everything in line and they sent that email. The email is great. They got an answer back. Now what? Should they expect money, or should it be, hey, I'm working for free and I'll do whatever it takes to get my foot in the door?
Yeah, I see a really tough one that I think, it's only been in the last few years where I've kind of like been earning like enough to live like, an okay life. But I think when you're young, like I would never say work for free, but it's kind of like how it is, unfortunately. Is like, if you're getting like, I started with the music video sort of thing, and the way I looked at it is like, hey, here's 500 quid, right? Now I could pay myself, let's say £100 of that 500, right? For me, as a filmmaker and a creative, I look at that as like, if I take that £100 away, that's £100 gone from art direction, or that's £100 gone from paying for this actor, So I think when you're at that level and you're just beginning, forget about the money. Like there is no easy way to say it, but no one's going to pay you for anything unless you're amazing and you're just getting it and people love you. It's a real grind, and you've got to have a secondary job, or you've got to do something else that's going to pay those bills, because this won't for a long time. And I've been filmmaking for 10 years, and like I said, only the last few years it's kind of, I'm a director now, I'm getting paid for it, but it took a while, and you just have to believe and keep pushing through. And I think that's the same with any creative, whether you want to be like a fine artist or a musician, whatever, it's like you've just got to believe in yourself, have another job that supports it, and make stuff in your spare time. Like, you got to live and breathe it, and it will happen. I think passion and consistency beats someone with talent who doesn't really do much all day, every day sort of thing. And I think, if you're just passionate and consistent about it, it will come. But yeah, the first few years, they're rough. they're pretty rough. But even a music video, I remember getting like a £2,500 one, and that was like the next step up. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. But no one gets paid from it. Like there's too little, because you want to, I want to film at a car. Every video should be like the next step up, right, for you. Like it should be, what haven't I done? What's new? What's going to challenge me? And unfortunately, usually there's a price tag that comes with that, But if you want to take that $2,000 and leave 500 for the music video, hey, all the power to you. But I don't think the labels can be too happy with you taking that. But yeah, it is hard. I don't want to like. There's no like nice answer to that. It takes a long time to get any money from it. If you want to be a videographer, and earn money straight away, that's probably somewhere that you can do it, because a videographer, you're more of a hired gun. Hey, we've got this event, can you film it? Yeah, you can and film it. Whereas a director, you're trying to be artistic, and unfortunately, until you get to a certain level, no one's going to pay for it. But at least give you a good wage. So yeah, I would say if you're more concerned with money, but you want to shoot stuff, not necessarily tell stories, hey, videographers sort of like really good. But same if you want to be a rock star, right, or a musician, low lows, but once you hit that high, I think it can get quite good.
Yeah. So basically, don't quit your day job.
yeah. Don't quit your day job for a good few years.
Yeah, unless you're like in the top 1%, which is pretty rare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can still be like, I've always edited my own stuff. So a lot of my films I edit as well. And that's also like a secondary income that could be for people. Like you can edit videos for people, you can edit YouTube videos, and you can still be in that world. There, you don't have to become, work behind a bar or something and serve pints. Like you can work in that world. It just, not right now can you get paid for being a director, but it will happen. I believe anyone who wants it bad enough, is consistent enough and passionate about it, you will get it 100%. I never thought it could happen to me, and I'm still not where I want to be. There's many, like we were discussing before, and there's many successful people, there's levels to this game. I feel like I'm only just starting and at the bottom of the level, but I never thought I could get there, like especially when I worked at Sony. Like I remember getting an email going, hey, we want to take you on, and I went home, got into a restaurant, bought myself dinner in a restaurant because I couldn't believe it. I didn't think this would ever happen to me, and it will happen to you if you want it enough. I firmly believe that, and that's for anyone.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember there's this on YouTube, every channel that you listen to, there's recommended videos. So there's a salesman named Andy Elliott. He pops up on my feed every single time, and I remember he asked a question. One of the questions was, how would you rate yourself from 1 to 10? The guy said, I'll rate myself a 7. And he's like, I think you're a 2. He's like, no, I don't. He's like, I think you're a 2. The guy got upset, and he's like, there's no more growth? Can you not grow anymore? And then he thought about it, and he changed his answer. And I think my point is, that growth mindset that you have and that a lot of successful people have, constantly, like it seems to me that you have to consistently and constantly put yourself at that level 1 or 2 to have room to grow. Because for me, as a composer or former composer, I thought that obviously I wanted to be Hans Zimmer. That was like the bar for me. If I can't be Hans Zimmer, all or nothing, I'm getting out of here. And once I realized that no matter how hard I worked, 2 years have only passed by, and I thought that I would be at that level 10. And once I figured, I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I'm only at level 3. Wait a minute, I've been putting in hours and hours and hours. I'm out of here. And I think that is the hardest thing, mental health wise, that a lot of young directors or composers, editors, small business owners have to realize, is that Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah. It takes time, as you can see from you.
Yeah, and everyone's got their like different paths as well, haven't they? And like it's a real, I mean, that was a big one for me, is like, I'm constantly battling with Instagram, deleting it, taking off my profile.
There's a battle.
Because you're constantly comparing yourself to people, and it's like it's a losing game. You're never gonna be as good as that director, but that, I don't mean that in a way as like you'll never reach their level. You can do, but that's their journey, and you've got your own journey. Like Pocahontas, she had her in Disney film, she had her own journey, Destiny. Choose her own path, but yeah.